Hey, long time no see. I know it's been a while, but like I mentioned, I've been moving house. And as you can see, I'm finally in my new space and I'm super, super happy. But it's been so busy. And I've started setting up my sewing room. It's not perfect. I love this space. It's small, but it's much more comfortable than the space in my previous apartment. And I have a really huge window here, so I'm going to have better lighting. And hopefully, I'll be able to take more processed videos so that I can give you better quality videos. I've upgraded a few things as well, like my sewing table. The previous table I had was small, so it was a bit choky having my serger and the sewing machine on the same table. Not a lot of space for the fabric to move around, but this one is much bigger. There's much more space, and I'm super happy. And this is just one of the few upgrades coming to my sewing room. Maybe once I'm done setting up, I will show you, what that looks like. But for now, things are still a bit all over the place. I have bags behind me, but I really want to get back into the groove of sewing. It's November, it's cold, and I have a few cozy things on my list that I really want to get to before I actually make my birthday outfit in December. So, long ramble, the plan today. Today, I really want to make a bra top. Why? My 35th birthday is coming up in December. I'm really excited. And going into my 35th year, I really want to start showing a bit more of my soft side. I think a lot of people are used to seeing my edgy, hard exterior, more yourself. I would love to. I think I'm getting to a point in my life where am allowing myself to be soft and feel, feminine. I'm still going to have my edge, but I'm definitely going to show a lot more of my feminine side. So, with that being said, I want to take some pictures for my birthday. I'm not really a photo shoot kind of girl, and I'm not also like a glam dress up where like really glam outfit for a photo shoot. I'm more of like a relaxed, alternative kind of I don't know kind of vibe. But I still want it to remain soft. So I'm thinking of like a soft boudoir shoot. And I'm going to have two outfits for that. One of that is a sweater. I'm not making anything for that. I'm just going to pick up a sweater from my wardrobe. But for the second outfit, which should be a lingerie, I'm not really very good at sewing lingerie yet. Scratch that. I haven't actually sewn any lingerie yet. And I was going to actually get started this year, but life has been busy. I haven't gotten around to it. And if you remember in my last video, I made some lace leggings for a party. So I'm going to repurpose those leggings for the shoot. So today I want to make a bralette or a bra top to go with those leggings for the lingerie part of the photo shoot. So that's what we're doing today. Now, the initial plan I had was to actually use a commercial pattern. I was going to use the Sahara bralette by Ruby's Bras. I think it was perfect. I love the shape, and I've seen it on a few different bodies, so I kind of have an idea. I kind of feel like it will work for me being fuller chested because that's always the issue with bralettes. I see a lot of pretty breasted women wearing cute bralettes, and for me, I feel like I'll just spill out in a lot of the bralette styles out there. But I love the Sahara bra style, and I think it will have been really supportive. But I haven't been able to buy any materials. I had this whole plan, with moving in and buying the materials, but everything has gone out the window because, yeah, lots of unexpected expenses and plans went to shit basically. So I don't have any materials for the Sahara bralette, so I can't make that. So we're going to wing it today. I do have pretty decent drafting skills, and I think I can come up with like a decent bra top. I have actually made some sort of a bra top. I made like a bikini top a couple of years ago. That wasn't really that bad. So I think I can definitely wing it and come up with something decent that I can wear and that would work for the occasion. So with my experience with the bikini top I made, I know there are a few things that are going to be different this time. I'm going to be working with a semi-stretchy material, so I need to take that into consideration. And the second thing is I definitely need a bit more support. So I was thinking of making the back a cross back style, so that I have a bit more support because it's a bralette. I'm not going to be wearing a bra with a bralette. So those are the two things I really need to take into consideration. So I'm using, I actually have the fabric here. So I made some lace leggings. I made some black lace leggings and this burgundy, and I think I'm going to go with the burgundy um, because I still have a lot of it left over. And even after making the bra top, I'll still have a lot left. So I can still use this for something else. But this is the fabric that I want to use today. So you can see has a little bit of stretch, not very stretchy, but okay stretch. In terms of what the bra top is going to look like, we're going to design that together today because my head is empty. I haven't done anything or I haven't designed anything in a while. So we're going to figure it out together today. So I'm going to make a twirl and we're going to, like I said, work out the design together and make sure that everything fits before I cut into the final fabric. But because it's a bra top, it shouldn't take a lot of time. And I hope I show you a lot more of my process today. Lots of rambling. We need to get started. Oh, one thing I want to mention, I do have some books that I could, refer to for some lingerie, but sometimes when you're just in the mood to create, and today I don't have a lot of time to do research to make it perfect. And I'm always very particular about making things perfect. Sometimes I can get too in my head about making things too perfect. And I want to rely more on my creative side today rather than, the technical part of my brain. So I am not necessarily going to read the books. I'm just going to draft based off of my knowledge of, drafting the bodice and just take the top part. Make sure I do make adjustments for, contouring because this is going to be a bit more closer fit to the body than like a top. Make sure I take that into consideration with the drafting and just go with it. So today we are just going with it. Fingers crossed it goes well. The other side of my brain is fighting me right now because it's like you should do a bit of reading, but I think I can actually make it work. Let's see if it actually works out. So I just want to sketch out the idea so that I have a some sort of reference for what it is I want to make. Because if I just do things straight from my head, most times I have like a lot of great ideas, and when everything is just jumbled together, I might make mistakes. So I just want to make sure that I have a reference I'm happy with, and then I can. So while I'm drafting, I just make reference to the reference I have, if that makes sense. So by the way, my sketching skills are not so great. So yeah, this is just sometimes my process with things. I kind of have like a good idea of what I want the front to look like. The back is what I'm struggling with a bit. So I want this cross back detail, but I'm still trying to decide exactly how I want it. But I'm not going to get too hung up on it. I'm just going to get started drafting the front. And then maybe by the time I'm done with the front, I'll have a better idea, a better picture of what the back should look like. So I've brought out my bodices. I am going to be using my two dart bodice, of course, and with the one with the princess line on the shoulder because of the design line that I have here. So that's why I'm using this one, and of course the back pattern to draft the back when I get to it. But I'm just going to get started with this one and copy this onto some fresh paper and then start doing the main designs on it. have copied the pattern, and I have also marked my I have forgotten what this is called, but I'm just going to call it like my bust circumference. So this is the distance from my bust point to my under bust, which is 12 centimeters. So I just marked that all around to get like the bust circumference. So this is kind of it. This is not the exact way my bust or my breasts are positioned on my chest, but it just gives me kind of like a rough reference. So I know where my under bust is. I know where the top of the bust, at what points some cleavage is going to start to show. It just gives me that sort of mental reference. So I have my initial pieces here. It looks a bit wobbly, but bear with me. So this is the back. I decided against the cross back, mostly just because I'm a bit lazy. And since this is like my first time, I don't want to make things too complicated for my first go. So it's just a straight V back. And this is the front piece. I would make the toile now. I know that the position of the design lines are a bit funny, but that's just for this first draft. Once I do the toile and it comes out all right, I would redraft this and put the design lines in the proper places. This is just to give me an idea of the fit. So that's the idea here. So I'm just going to go now and cut this out of some scrap fabric and then put it together really quickly. So I'm done with the toile, and of course there are a few modifications I want to make, but the general overview is I like the direction in which I'm headed. One design tweak I want to do is in the center front there is a join. I think I want an overlap instead. Since I made it this deep, I want it to have an overlap. I also made the center front line a bit too long, so I'm going to curve it in. So that's a second modification I'm making. Another thing I want to do is with the armhole. It's gaping just a tad bit, and I made it a bit too low. I need a bit more coverage here, so I'm going to raise it back up. I think I took about 5 centimeters out of this area. I'm probably going to add the entire thing back in and just leave the armhole as it is and not make any modifications to that, so that I get a bit more support and coverage. But yeah, aside that, then of course I'm going to make changes to the design lines and probably make the strap a bit thinner. So yeah, those are the changes I want to make for the front. The back actually seems pretty much perfect, with the exception of the fact that the bralette in itself is a bit too long. I think it can be a tad bit shorter, but that's a very easy modification. But in terms of like the fit of the back, I love it. So I'm not making any, aside changing where the design line for the back is, I'm not making any changes to the back. So it's just the armhole and the few design elements I want to make change in the front. So overall, it's a really good toile and a really good first attempt. I think I should trust myself a bit more. I shouldn't doubt myself as often as I do. But anyways, I'm going to now draft the proper pattern and cut into my design fabric, and I will check in with you once maybe what I'll do is I'll check in with you after I have drafted a new pattern, so that I just kind of show you what that looks like, and then cut into my fabric and then join and check in with you later. The other decision I'm trying to make is that fabric is a little bit stretchy. I'm thinking if it's wise to add an elastic to the band just to give it a bit more fit, or I leave it as it is. I'm still trying to decide what's better, but I would make that decision as I go along. But for a first draft, quite impressed with myself. The final pattern is drafted and I've cut out of my fashion fabric. So this is the front and these pieces are the back. Um, Here's hoping everything goes right. So I'm going to join these and then the band would be the last thing that I would cut out and do. I'm trying to see if I can also have this lace edge on the band. We'll see how that goes. So I'm going to get started now and I'll check in with you once I have all the major pieces joined. And the bra top is finished. I am so proud of myself, and this has actually gone to show me that I don't give myself enough credit for the skills I actually do have. And I love exercises like this that kind of remind myself or that kind of remind me of why I actually got into sewing in the first place and what and how much I've actually learned over the years about the craft, because this makes me feel so good. I'm so happy. Um, there are a few modifications that I made between the trial and the finished version. So, for example, the finished version, I have some elastic in the band as well as in the neckline as well, just to make sure things fit a little bit better. I also used clear elastic to finish the armhole. I would give you a 360 view of the bra top. So you see it in its glory. I think it turned out nice. I really do. I really do. I really do like it. I would have shown you the full fit. So that's this bra top with the lace leggings. But I think that's going to be a bit much for YouTube. But I will be posting the pictures once they're ready on my Instagram. So please follow my Instagram. It's at Afrohemian. Um, the pictures are going to be posted most likely around my birthday period, which is at the end of the year. But they will be on there. I promise to post a few of those pictures there, and then you can see the full fit there. But yeah, really, really glad with the way this project has turned out. I'm inspired to do more. I have a few fabrics out because there are a few things I would love to make. So you will be seeing a couple of more videos from me, I promise, before the end of the year. And yeah, I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you love my content, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.